A very good afternoon and a heartily welcome to all. I, Ms. Sakshi Taravlikar from FIBBA on behalf of VVM Shree Damodar College of Commerce and Economics, welcome you all for the webinar or Career Insights and the Financial Sector Entrepreneurship. We are privileged to have among us Ms. Manali Venekar as our resource person. Now, I request Ms. Harshita Pujari from FIBPA Division A to introduce the resource person.
It is my pleasure to introduce the resource person for today's session. Ms. Manali Vednekar is the founder of Financial Wisdom, a privately established financial service firm based in Goa. Financial Wisdom was founded by her in 2021 after just less than a decade experience in the field of personal finance. She is a certified financial planner from Financial Planning Standard Board US and a chartered wealth manager from American Academy of Financial Management. Her experience includes working in mutual fund companies, wealth management, and financial planning companies, and she has a good understanding of both Indian and international market and products. She is passionate about personal finance management, financial literacy, and is a strong advocate for financial advice that focuses solely on individuals. Thank you.
Thank you, Harshita. Dear participants, before I request the resource person to initiate her session, I would like to inform you that if you have any questions that you may type them in the chat box. Your questions will be addressed during the question and answer session at the end. Now, without any further delay, I request the ma'am to begin her session.
Thank you so much, Sakshi. And thank you, Harshita, for a lovely introduction. I'll just share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let us start. Good afternoon, all. I am Manali Venekar, founder of Financial Wisdom. So we are here today to understand a short discussion on career insights and finance sector entrepreneurship. So the agenda for today's meeting would be role of finance in personal and business, entrepreneur versus leader versus manager, self perspective, finance sector in India. Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, so creating a monthly budget is very important. Why? Because once you have a monthly budget, so for example, the pocket money which has been given to you all by your parents, as you all are not earning at the moment. So if you all have a X amount given to your parents, accordingly you all can know, right? Like how much you all will have to spend on your travel, how much you can spend on your canteen food, or how much you can spend on your expenses. Similar way, a monthly budget is very important once you start earning. Why? Because once you have an X amount coming into your retirement corpus. Also, if you are doing anything in that, managing your credit card and credit product. This is very important because if you go for a loan borrow, and if your credit scores are not correct, if you have a low credit score, then the bank might deny paying. So tax planning is also important in our personal life.
Ma'am, we cannot hear you.
Hello? Yeah. So tax planning is very important because if you have your tax planning, if you plan your taxes accordingly, that will benefit you to increase your income, which can be invested for your financial goal. Also, we also because if you have a proper insurance in your name, for example, if you have health insurance. Hello? Ma'am, the voice is not clear, ma'am. You can't hear me? No, it's breaking in between. Okay, what
Maybe you can put off your camera so that the quality can be improved.
put off my camera? Okay. Is it uh, is it better now?
Yes.
Am I audible now?
Yes, very clear.
Okay, okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. I just want to take you all across a small video of wealth creation. Hello, the video is not audible. Is the video audible?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll go next. So, role of finance in business. Now, basically, for any business to run, finance is something which is very important. If we take an example of, consider our business of financial investments. Now, for any business that you start, uh, finance is like the backbone of any company because that is like a revenue generation stream. So if you have your finances in place, then it is very easy for you to have a budgeting. Budgeting is nothing but planning your inflow and planning your cash flow, planning your income, your expenses. Also, if your business is started, oh God. Am I audible? Am I audible? Okay. Let us start with the next topic, that is entrepreneur versus leader versus manager. So, what is the difference between being an entrepreneur, being a leader, and being a manager? To be very honest, entrepreneur, leader, and manager, an individual and entrepreneur has to perform all the three duties of being an entrepreneur, a leader, as well as a manager. Now, considering our profile and our job, 75% is an entrepreneurship which we have to put forward, and 25% is more of the managerial skill. As an entrepreneur, we have to focus a lot more on the vision of the company. What are you looking at your company 5 years down the line? What are your future prospect of the company? Where you want to take your company in future? As a manager, it's more about managing your system. Organizing your work, building your team, performing efficiently and smoothly so that your company targets and goals are being achieved. So the difference between the three is more like it's like a hand in hand relationship. Now this is a very important topic, which is finance sector in India. The finance sector in India consists of different industries ranging from banking, investment houses, there are insurance companies, there are real estate brokers, there are consumer finance firms, mortgage companies, etc. Now, if you consider the Indian financial sector, it is more of dominated by banking sector. So we have around 64% of our financial 64% weightage on the banks. The banks could include the private banks, the commercial banks, and also the non-banking financial institutions, which do not have a banking license but are allowed to do a financial transactions with a client. For example, issuing any kind of say fixed deposits or issuing their papers. Now, my experience as a financial entrepreneur. So, my experience as a financial entrepreneur has been phenomenal. It was more of a roller coaster till today because every day is new. Every day brings in a lot of challenge, a lot of challenge in terms of approaching clients and being a financial advisor. We have to study, every client we have to study. So, client is we have to study. So, have to be uh, uh, have to be depending upon each client's expertise. Am I audible? Can someone tell me in the chat box if I'm audible? Okay, okay. Thank you. Yeah. So, so as a future entrepreneurs, one thing I would like to put it forward would be to always like you should have a never give up attitude when it comes to your own business, because every day will be a new challenge. Especially for a startups, it's very difficult to set up your business at a beginning stage, and it takes almost 2 or 3 years for your business to generate profit, and then would be the next stage of building your business and then growing and expanding it in different areas. Now, one of the classic example in the field of personal finance is Mr. Gajendra Kothari. He is the MD and CEO of Vertica Wealth Private Limited. So, Mr. Kothari is a chartered financial analyst by profession, and he has also completed different qualifications in the field of finance. Now, Mr. Kothari is more towards like he has almost 15 years of expertise in the field of personal finance as well as Indian and overseas market. And the biggest achievement that Mr. Kothari is currently having is he's managing around 20,000 crore of AUM in mutual fund, which is like a huge number. And he's among the top few financial planners in India, which is who are managing the higher number. Also, it would be very, very, I mean, it's very encouraging to know that Mr. Kothari himself has a mutual fund SIP of 15.5 lakh running per month. So, considering such entrepreneurs, it becomes like you get a lot of motivation to grow your business and also to reach the great heights. Now, there are different career opportunities and qualification for you all in the field of finance. The first one is chartered accountant. Now, after completing your graduation, you can opt for a CA or a chartered accountant course, or even after your 12th standard, like after your higher secondary, you all can opt for a simultaneously you all can start preparing for the chartered accountant course. Now, after being a CA, you have a scope in most of the firms as a in terms of audit for filing personal taxes for individual, for companies, as well as for audit. The second one is financial risk manager, which is FRM. It may not be a new term because it's very like we don't come across such terms in Goa. Financial risk manager is again another degree which is offered by American Institute. After qualifying FRM, you can work in the field of risk management. Now, risk management could be different areas in terms of, say for example, insurance companies which help in mitigating the risk. It could be as an underwriter. It could be in different companies wherein your the major profile would be risk. The third would be chartered financial analyst. CFA is again a chartered degree which is affiliated and has a global recognition. After being a CFA, you can start your own entrepreneurship journey as a financial analyst, or you can work for different mutual fund houses or stock broking companies in terms of a financial analyst. CFAs are one of the highest paying holders in India when it comes to finance. The fourth one is MBA in finance. MBA in finance is one of the most common degree. After pursuing MBA in finance, you can have a wider scope in different companies as a managerial level after a few years of experience, and also this is after being an MBA in finance, you can have a increment in your salary than your through from your current bachelor's salary. The fifth one is CFP. Certified Financial Planner is a degree affiliated from Institute of Financial Planners, Financial Planning Standard Board US. After being a CFP, you are licensed to practice across 24 countries without any cross-border exams. The CFPs are the one who kind of their major role is into personal finance. So when I say personal finance, it's more towards managing individuals' financial goals, helping them achieve their goals, and advising them in where they should be investing in different areas, right from mutual funds, stocks, fixed deposits, global investments, alternative funds, etc. Chartered Wealth Manager is again another qualification which is accredited from American Academy of Wealth Management. After being a Chartered Wealth Manager, you are again licensed to practice in different countries. Also, this qualification will help you advise client in terms of wealth management. So it has a lot of scope when it comes to when you want to pursue your career as a wealth manager, or in terms of sales, or in terms of front face. Have a vision. Having a vision is very important when it comes to when it comes to mistakes, understand. Hello, hello. Do you all have any questions? Am I audible? Do you all have any questions? Any questions from any of you all in terms of different areas of finance, or any specific stream that you all want to select for yourself? Any more questions for me? Anyone else has any kind of any more questions on personal finance or on savings or investments or how you all can start investing?
Thank you, ma'am, for enlightening us with your great and wonderful contents. Your invaluable insights will definitely be of immense importance to us. Since there are no questions, I think we are good for now. With this, we come to the end of the session. I now request Mr. Anslet Sabellian from FIBBA to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Sakshi. It is my privilege to propose a word of thanks for this webinar. I, Ms. Ansel Sebastian, on behalf of our college, extend very hearty gratitude to the speaker, Mme. Cheryl Sanchez, for gracing her crucial work and sharing with her invaluable thoughts today. I wish to express my sincere gratitude to Professor Preeta Malia, Principal of our college, for being a constant source of inspiration, encouragement, and support. I thank the convener of the career cell, Mme. Cheryl Sanchez, and the convener of the placement cell, Mme. Maithili Naik, and all the committee members for their constant involvement. I deeply cherish the fact that our participants have gained the required information needed. I also take this opportunity to thank the entire technical staff of the college for their support and all the students for their active participation in this webinar. Thank you all once again.
Thank you, Anslet. Uh, Thank you all and have a good day.